Good to see you, Ed. Tell us about your draw.
So our draw looks all right so far, to be fair. I've got myself 39 on Hempstead, which isn't too bad, I don't think. It's not right on the bend, but it's almost near them. I think we've got 50 in A section, which is good. That's an end peg Hempstead. And then C section, we've got 221, which is roughly where we'd want to be for the fish. And then we've got some other mixed ones, which, you know, we're not too disappointed with, but I think it's going to be quite fair. I'm not sure quite what the canal's going to fish like. I don't think the weather's going to be too fantastic, but I think it'll be better than the last few weeks, to be honest. It's had a bit of a rest for a week because it's been heavily fished for the last sort of 6 to 8 weeks. And hopefully it's going to be a good day for everyone. There'll be some winners and some losers, but, you know, let's hope we're there or thereabouts.
Good luck, Ed. Hi Mark, tell us about your draw.
I'm quite pleased with peg set 6. It's got some encouraging numbers within it, and hopefully the team are going to have a good day.
And have you fished this venue before, Mark?
We've put a few days practice in. It's a long drive for us. It's not a venue that we're massively familiar with, albeit we did fish the Division 2 here a couple of years ago, got promoted, did all right, and we're hoping that we'll have a good day again.
Fantastic, all the best, mate. All right, Kelvin, how's the draw?
We've had a reasonable draw. We've got a couple of decent pegs and some pegs in some decent areas, so hopefully we'll be able to catch a few fish and stay in Division 1. So that was the aim for today. My peg isn't too good, and a couple of the lads in A and B section didn't draw too well, so we're going to have to carry 3 of us at least. Okay. Hopefully we can do it and stay in Division 1.
What about practice? Have you been practicing much?
Because I've been chasing that Riverfest, I've had no time for practice. Unfortunately, I've been once to Purton and I had a few fish in April, and since then I haven't had time. But the lads have been down practicing hard, and I've got all the team info. So brilliant. That will stand me in good stead, hopefully.
Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Well, I haven't actually looked at the peg sets yet, and even if I do, I won't know whether we've got a good draw or not.
Are you optimistic about today?
Yeah, I am. Anybody can win. We haven't been practicing. We fished the feed. 5 people fished the feeder national last week, and that amounts to our training this year.
Okay. All to play for them, mate?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all the best anyway.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Good to see you, Ollie. How's your draw?
No idea. Top and bottom of it. We've been on a bit, but obviously you can never tell in these type of matches if you've got a good draw or not, especially when you know a local team. We have put some effort in on the last few weeks, so we will see. Hopefully we've got something together what we can all catch a few fish on.
And more optimistic than last week?
Yeah. Last week didn't go very well for us as a team, but we felt like skimmers were going to be massively important, and obviously, looking back, it probably wasn't.
Okay, mate, all the best.
Cheers, pal.
Right then, Steve, Div 1 final. Tell us about your draw.
Well, at the moment, we're fairly happy with it. We've not had a chance to analyse every single peg, but on first impressions, it seems okay.
And have you practiced much over the past couple of days?
We've been, a few lads have been down to some matches, and we've had 3 line-outs. We spent 3 days here where we had some line-outs, which we had some good results in the line-outs. But
Super. Are you optimistic?
Well, we're optimistic, yeah.
Good. All the best, pal.
Thank you.
Easy.
Thank you very much.
Okay, John, tell us about your draw.
I haven't had a good look at it yet, but well, there's a couple of pegs. We've got E2, it's one off end, so that should be good in that section. 43 was just off the bend, so that should be worth some good points. To be honest with you, without having a real good look at it, don't really know how good a draw it is, but there's a few pegs there that look tidy. So
what do you know about the venue itself?
Well, we fish it quite a bit as a team. So, you know, and we fished it into the feeder national not long ago. I've been up there quite a bit as well. So, you know, there's bream and skimmers to be caught on a lot of it, to be fair. But some of it's going to be rock hard. I mean, a couple of pounds is going to be really good section points, I think. So,
You optimistic?
well, hopefully I'll have a good look at the draw now, go back to the team, and hopefully you never know, do you?
Okay, mate.
So,
Good luck.
No problem. Cheers.
Thank you. So we've just completed the draw for the Division 1 National 2023 on the Gloucester Canal. I'm here with Mark Treasure, local lead organiser, my fantastic man in the know.
Yes.
Righty. So what sections do we think? Well, what are going to do the damage today? If you had to put your money on one section that might do the winning individual weight, where do you want to be?
I think if you're going to go with one section, you would have to go with Purton, which is K section. Match was won there 2 weeks ago with £65. There's some very large shoals of bream. It's very consistent, so that would be the one.
Yeah. And if you had to, maybe an outside chance of somewhere where there might be a slightly smaller shoal that could have a munch today, because we're quite windy, aren't we? Conditions look like, I'd say, favourable for bream.
Yeah, so I think a lot depends on the weight that we actually see on the day.
Yeah, agreed.
Generally, if you see a higher weight, 50 or 60 pounds or more to win, it'll be the bottom end of the canal. If you're talking 25 or 30 pounds to win, then it's probably going to be the top end, the Gloucester end. An outside bet, I would say Splatbridge up or down. The last national on here was a Division 2, and we put 10 pegs on Splat up, and 6 of the frame actually came from that section. It's not been match fished a lot in recent years. The one match we had on there, it did throw up bream. So I think Splat up or down is my second choice.
Lovely. Apart from Darwin Gordon League, who else would you fancy with a chance today?
I have been amazed at the amount of practicing that has been done on the venue. A lot of teams have put in a lot of work on the venue. The Armed Forces team has spent a long time here. They had their own national here, and I know they caught a lot of fish. So they're going to be there or thereabouts.
Dark horses?
I would also say I wouldn't look farther than, Barnsley know it well.
Yeah.
I've seen less of them perhaps than I have other teams, but that doesn't mean they're not here. They're very careful with how they practice. Dorking won the last Division 1. They've got some good local knowledge. I think they'll be there or thereabouts. In terms of dark horses, the Census Lobbies team that won the Division 2 are fishing here today. I know they've put a lot of work in. I know they've got some little tricks up their sleeves. Let's see. And of course, Stroud, who won Division 2 to be here last year. They're going to be there or thereabouts. What I'm going to say to you is this is a very fair venue. And the teams that win won't catch bream all the way through.
No.
It's the teams that can put £4 together in the hard areas that will always do well as a team here. So wide open, I think.
Brilliant. That's what we like to hear. And I'm sure we'll be back in the future, Mark. Thanks for all your work.
Thank you.
Mate. So that's the top 46 teams in the country spread across 460 pegs on the Gloucester Canal. We're going to get out there right now, try and get to some of them good sections that Mark's spoken about and get some action. Catch you in a bit.
We're on my 39th National Championships on the Gloucester Canal, and we've had some rain, but the great news is they're all sacking up there. I've had 3 or 4 little perch, and I think the lad outside of me's had a skimmer on pole. But I know they're catching. It's a great section. It's a section you want it to be, but you want it to be up there. You want it to be like last 15, 20 pegs, and you've got half a chance.
Okay, so we're getting to the halfway stage in the Division 1 National in the Gloucester Canal today. Weather's been slightly better than we had last weekend for the feeder national on here. It's still been a very, very tough match. So say halfway through we're hearing some reports of, there's a guy, Nick Jones from Drennan Borden, who's got 5 bream on K section at Purton Down. That's about the best for this section of the canal. We're just heading over now to Castle D section, where we've heard that pegs 323 and 324, that's Nigel Evans, and on the peg next to him we've got Darren Wright, who are both emitting to around about £20, but we think that could be a bit more than that. So we'll go and see what's happening down there.
Wasn't really very happy with D section, to be honest, because didn't think it would be very good, but luckily drawn one of the good pegs.
Tell us, Nigel,
one of the few good pegs.
Tell us, Nigel, what have you caught?
I've caught 49 kilos, nearly all bream, a couple of small skimmers, but it's been, yeah, from 3 o'clock last hour I had like sort of 10 bream.
49 kilos,
Yeah.
Nigel. And what were the winning tactics?
Yeah, just a feeder all day, fed all the pole lines.
Yeah.
All the pole gear, never even picked it up.
And fishing worm, fishing maggot?
Maggots mainly, pinkies, fishmeal ground bait.
And what sort of size of fish have you had?
Between £1 and £4. Great day's fishing.
And were they there straight away, or?
After about half an hour.
And we've got your peg behind you there. I mean, there's it's a little bit narrower here.
Yeah.
There looks like there's a nice hole in the trees. Are you going
Lovely
across
hole,
there, or
21 turns of the reel, just put you in there just nice. Quite deep water there.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of looking for this morning. Didn't want it too shallow. Just thought the fish would be down in deeper water because it's not been fishing that well, the canal lately.
Yeah.
So I looked for a bit of depth. And yeah, it's been good.
And have you practiced much on this section?
I practiced for years on here. It's like my local venue.
Oh, fantastic then.
Yeah.
6,725. Good day's fishing.
Yeah.
And what's your biggest fish you've had today?
4.5 pound bream.
4.5. Well done, mate. Good stuff.
5 kilo 150.
Lovely. Thanks very much. Yeah, brilliant.
There's some nice fish there for free fishing.
Right. So, Greg, how was your day?
Yeah, all right. Could have been better.
Yeah. What was your biggest fish you had today?
Well, there it is there, mate. About 3 or 4 pounds. Very much.
Thank you.
2 kilo 475.
Happy with that, Mark?
Yeah. Lovely day at the office.
In first place, picking up his gold medal. Fantastic day's fishing. He's weighed 49 kilos, 500 grams. It's Nigel Evans. Third place with 144 points and 2 section wins. It's Dower Gordon Lee. Oh, 140 points. Runners up in the Div 1 National, it's Browning Ossett. Check. By just 3 points. The Angling Trust Division 1 National Champions with 137 points. It's Drennan Barnsley Blacks. fella. We'll probably go outside for photos, won't we, Lloydie? Yeah, save your corks. Yeah. Well, I will. Office Kenty. Well, big mate.
Oh, cheers, Bob. Thanks very much.
Well, Eddie, mate.
Oh, yes.
I'll see you tomorrow, mate.
Oh yeah, of course. Thanks, mate.
Right.
So firstly, congratulations, Nigel, Division 1 national champion.
Thank you very much.
What do you think when you drew your peg this morning?
Well, the pre-draw, I wasn't very happy with drawing Lanes Farm because it's like, you know, notoriously tough area, but there are a couple of good pegs in there, and I was lucky enough, Phil Bendel, the legend, drew me one of the good ones. And yeah, it was just full of fish. One method all day, just on the feeder, caught probably 35 to 40 bream, and yeah, it was just a great day, the best day's fishing I've ever had on the canal, and yeah, it's just been fantastic. So back to reality tomorrow for the bloodworm match. How's that?
What's your next target?
The Y. Spend the winter on the Y, a couple of trips to Ireland, go and catch some fish out there, hopefully, draw some more good pegs, and then, yeah, get back on the Y and start all again in the new year.
So 12 months ago, I was standing in blistering hot weather next to the Trent, congratulating you, Lee Kerry, and your Drennan Barnsley Blacks team on winning the Angling Trust Division 1 National.
Sure were.
And 12 months later, we're standing next to each other again. Tell me, what's the secret?
Oh, I wish I knew. Honestly, Jamie, when we're really lucky. When I spoke to you last year, we said we've won on the Trent and we'd won 4 Trents on the trot. We were so proud of that, and I think a lot of people see us as a great team on the River Trent. It's 1995, I've been told, is when Barnsley last won on the Gloucester Canal a national championship. So we're talking 28 years ago. I've never been in a team that's come and down here and won. We've had thirds, fourths. So to win here, I can tell you, means a massive amount to the guys. I could tell the energy from them. Like after last week's feeder national, where it didn't go to plan, we've had a really hectic week. We've had meetings this week. We've tried to fine-tune our approach from what we learnt last week. See, for a lot of the guys, it's 3 hours plus to get here. Yeah. So you can't come here week in, week out. When you have a national championships, if it's closer to you, I think the teams, they put a bit of time in. When it's further away, you try to just come in and have a little go. Do you understand what I mean? And take your chance. And today, we've obviously had a combination of pegs that's given us a chance to win. And to win this, honestly, it means so much to the lads. Certainly with it being back-to-back titles on completely, I mean, you can't get any different. Trent to Gloucester Canal, absolutely. It doesn't get any different. So
I think there's only 3 teams who have ever defended the Division 1 national title.
Really, right, wow.
So, yeah, and what, you're on a pretty good run.
Yeah, so listen, this is the second time we've done it, and it's our 4th in 5 years, which, when I think about what that is, you're talking about 45 to 60 teams in that time. And we were second on the one that we didn't win. So the lads should be really proud of themselves. You know, we're creating angling history, and we're really proud of that. And I think they should be. I think all the lads should be. They put a massive effort in. You know, we've watched brilliant teams have amazing times in the past, and this time is obviously something special for us. So we're enjoying every minute. I'm absolutely soaked to the bone in champagne, as always. And I think this is really important. The organisation has been amazing. You're running a 450 peg match where the parking is limited, the access is difficult. You know, there is so many difficult things to do. You've had local organisers doing a great job, and ultimately, the Angling Trust has to create a sense of occasion. And when I tell you that you've got England internationals whose hearts are beating out their chests as you're reading the results, you've created the occasion.
Good.
So for us, from everyone at Drennan Barnsley Blacks, we really appreciate what the Angling Trust does, and we've appreciated these matches, and we're looking forward to another one tomorrow. So,
Leah, superb. I can't let you go before asking you one last question. You won by 3 points.
Yeah.
Across a team of 10.
Yeah.
In a section of 46 anglers.
Yeah.
Section.
Yeah.
Give us, because the people watching this will want to know. Give us a sense of particular tactics. Like, did you have a team talk? Did you have a team tactic?
Look, last week we fished too positive. The feeder national was last week. We fished too positive. We made a mistake. We didn't counter for an odd smaller fish and try. We weren't expecting it to be as hard as it was. And our conversation that wasn't just last night, it was every single night this week, was every single perch, every single roach, every single fish you can catch matters. Our 3 lowest scores today still beat 15, 16 anglers with less than a kilo.
Yeah.
And all of those guys have won us the national because those points are what make the difference. So
100%.
those, Oliver Scott on 5 roach in the last 15 minutes, he's definitely got 3 points of them.
Yeah.
You know, he's won us the national. Mick Vars has had a skimmer late on. He's won us the national. Everybody who does those things, they win us the national. And that combined is why we've been on the right side of the points a lot. We've obviously rode our luck because you have to be the right side of the points. But as I always say to all the boys, give yourself a chance. And we've given ourselves a chance and it's paid off. So we're delighted, honestly. Really, really chuffed, mate. Thank you.
Well, Lee, congratulations and best of luck tomorrow in the inaugural Float National.
Cheers, Jamie. Thanks for everything.
Cheers.
So I'm the only person in that team that fished today.
Okay.
And it's such a privilege to fish with all the young uns. So I'm now the old guy. And win it again, it's just amazing. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Should be super proud of it.
I've only got another 10 in me.
So